question for Dorian. Kind of the first day of your last fall training camp. Were you thinking about that at all? And kind of memories and the significance of it all flash through your head a little bit?
Yeah, I've definitely been thinking about it. This whole kind of off season leading up into it. All the different guys that I've played with here, the memories I've made, the evolution of the program, where we've come from till now, the type of guys we have now, the changes in coaching staff. College football is just, there's so much turnover every year, and just being able to be here and be blessed to still play on this field, it's a blessing. There's been plenty of tough times on here, and there's also been a lot of good times, so it's just good to be back out here.
We just got done talking to Dorian, and obviously you've known him for quite some time now. What have you seen from him just since day one, the first day you met him, to where he's at now in terms of his maturity and just the growth that you've seen from him?
I think Dorian's always done a pretty good job as far as just the way he approaches coming out here and working. He played very early. I want to say it was either the first game or the second game of our freshman year. Wilton Spate got hurt and Dorian just had to get thrown in there. And he's been playing ever since. And so not many guys can do that, especially at quarterback, and especially at a big Power 5 program. So it just goes to show the type of guy he is. He was new to playing quarterback, coming here. It was only like his third year playing quarterback, and he started his freshman year on the first game. So other than that, obviously he just works his tail off and comes in and just gets after it. He's been doing a really good job with the guys on the team now, just sharing the love he's getting from all these NIL deals he's getting, and the amount of growth he's making financially. He gives it back to the team here, so it's really cool to have a guy like that. Some guys, are just holding on to all their money, and then there's guys like Dorian who are taking them on trips, and it's great to have a guy like that.
Were you sad you weren't on the boat trip?
I was a little bummed out. I sent a little a funny message to all the defensive guys the other day. I went to the beach right before, just to kind of celebrate summer being over. I went with some of the defensive guys, and I took a video, and I was like, hey, all the defensive guys, I rented out the beach. But yeah, we just had fun with it. It was funny. Dorian took all the offensive guys out, so the defense was a little salty about that, but it's all good.
Didn't Kirkwood bring donuts or something the other day?
Devin did bring some donuts. They were pretty good. I ate like 3 of them. Big donut guy. They were good.
What kind?
They were just glazed and then sprinkles. Yeah, they were good.
Who's the NIL leader on the defense?
I don't know. You'd have to check with the guys, but there's some decent amount of guys that are signing with sports agents and whatnot, and which is crazy to say. Like if I would have heard that my freshman year here, it would have been obviously illegal. But but there's so many guys now that have different deals and whatnot, and being in LA and being able to play with that market and being able to have all the opportunities here, obviously with Nike and Jordan too, being able to represent that. I think it provides a lot of opportunities that not a lot of other schools have.
When Dorian decided to come back, what was your reaction?
Yeah, I was pumped. Me and Dorian are in the same class, so we were all kind of trying to figure out at the end of every season. Obviously, everybody tries to, find out what they're going to do the next year, how the team's going to look, whatnot, who's staying, all that stuff. So when we started getting some of the pieces back, and obviously we brought in some newer guys to help us fill some roles that had been vacated, and so being able to have all those spots back in there, and being able to have a veteran quarterback like Dorian makes a big difference, and just being able to have those key positions that we've had. I think we have a really solid squad, and it's going to be a good year.
I saw Holly Road had a tweet once of you and Dorian playing chess.
Yeah.
Who's a better chess player?
Definitely Dorian. Dorian spends a lot more time playing chess. I just kind of have fun with it. I kind of mess around. But Dorian's very serious with it, and he's very good. He takes his time. And there's a lot of guys that play chess. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of very smart guys on the team, on a serious note. And there's a lot of guys who are very competitive. So there's some chess matches that go down that are pretty serious down there in the locker room.
With Bill McGovern taking over the defense, what would you say has been the biggest change he has instilled in you guys?
I would say just that, professional mindset, just coming in, and he really treats us like a professional program, and the camp that we have, this preseason camp, is really kind of run a lot like a professional camp, and so just being able to come in and have guys, just be responsible for themselves, allow them. We have a lot of very good people, like I've mentioned, on the team who, at other programs you kind of have to coddle guys and you have to, or at least just be on them and constantly worry about them. We don't have to worry about that here. A lot of guys that are on top of their stuff, and we're going to get everything they need to get done and more. And so I think that's very special. And then being able to combine that with a seasoned coach like Coach McGovern is gonna help us a lot.
It seems like you guys have a lot of consistency from the spring to now, having Latu and the Murphys and you and Carl and Coach Ikaika, and then just having all of that. What's that like, even if it was different from last season, to go from the spring having it, summer workouts, now fall camp, all kind of staying steady there?
Yeah, I think we built a good foundation in the spring. We brought a lot of pieces in, and we kind of had the, Coach Malloe took us out a lot to dinner and kind of, got us closer as a group. We hung out, we did things together, and being able to have a coach like that and a group of guys who really care about each other is special. Obviously, this is a competitive game, and guys are always jockeying to, climb higher on the charts. But being able to have a group of guys who really care about you, and have selfless guys who are always going to give you coaching points and whatnot, and aren't there to tear you down, they're there to lift you up. That's a special bond, and that's something that we'll take from here and we'll have for the rest of our lives. Being able to have the bonds that we've built, and being able to have that support system, especially just as a man, being able to have other men who work really hard around you and are able to be there for you. It's awesome.
You talked before the bowl game about how much that was going to mean to you, not having been in a bowl game, watching other bowl games. To have that taken away, how tough was that? I know it's a little bit later, but I don't think we've asked you about that. How was that? Where were you when you found out, and what was kind of your reaction?
Yeah, obviously it was tough. I mean, it was tough for everybody, coming in and having it right before the game, kind of, realizing they weren't going to be able to participate in that. And all the stuff leading up to that. Obviously, we had a great season, and so when I look back, I'm able to cherish those memories. But looking forward to get out to next season and go to another bowl game and get after it again. And I'm confident we'll be able to do that. But yeah, excited for this year. And obviously last year was what it was. We had a great season, but I'm excited to get after it this year.
Great.
All right.
Thanks.